Hello and welcome to an introduction to BuildSafe. My name is Isaac and I will guide you throughout this video to make sure that you can get started with using the BuildSafe app. What is BuildSafe then? It's a digital collaboration platform for the entire project organization where the participants can report risks and incidents, follow up on these, and analyze the risks on your construction site. All in all, a digital tool for everyone to be able to get involved in the health and safety of your work environment. The tool is split up in two parts. The app, where you conduct inspections, resolve deviations, and report risk observations, near misses, and accidents. And the second one being the web platform, which is more about the administrative parts of a project and where you can get a clear overview of your project. As a person responsible for resolving deviations, the system mainly revolves around two specific things. The first one being resolving deviations, that is risks or problems that need fixing. When you are assigned to a deviation, you will immediately receive a notification in your app as well as an email. You will also receive reminders in case you forget to resolve the deviation. In the app, you'll be able to see the details regarding the deviation, such as what needs to be fixed, when it needs to be fixed, and where it is located. When you resolve the deviation, you can easily mark it as finished in the app through a comment and a picture. The second thing you need to know about is sending in reports. More specifically, risk observations and incidents in case something would happen. Whenever you report something, you'll always receive feedback on what you've reported. So you'll always know what has happened with your report. This is an opportunity for everyone on the site to contribute to a safer work environment. Okay, so now it's time to dive into the app for a hands-on approach and see how it works. When you open the app, you're greeted by your home screen, which is split up into two sections: deviations to resolve and reports to handle. Let's start with the deviations, where you can see the ones assigned to you as well as the ones assigned to others. The deviations assigned to others can be good to keep in mind to stay updated on the current risks on your site. To resolve a deviation, you simply tap Assign it to me and you'll see a list of the deviations that you are responsible for. In this case, I'm only responsible for one deviation, but if I would be responsible for multiple ones, they would be sorted by deadline. To resolve the deviation, I tap it and receive details about it, such as when it's supposed to be resolved, which risk level, where it's located, and any photos or comments regarding the deviation. On the bottom of the screen, I have two buttons. One green, which means that I have resolved the deviation, and one red, which means that I for some reason am unable to resolve the deviation. But now I'm going to resolve the deviation, so I simply tap the green button and then I just have to add a comment. Doesn't have to be overly detailed. And then I'll also add a photo to show that it's resolved and how it looks. After these two steps, I just tap Resolve in the top right corner and I'm done. The deviation is now removed from the list of deviations assigned to me, and the person who initially assigned this to me will be notified that it's resolved. That's how you resolve a deviation, and now we'll have a look at how you report something. I'm now back at the home screen of the app, and here we can also see the reported risk observations and incidents in the project, to provide you with an overview of the risks in the project. If I want to report something, I simply tap the green report button. This next step guides me towards which type of report I want to do by stating the question, did something happen? If I'm reporting an incident in the form of a near miss or accident, I'll tap yes. And if I'm reporting a risk observation or positive observation, I'll tap no. In this certain case, I'm going to show a risk observation, so I'll tap no. And here I will just tap report under risk observation, which brings me to this screen where I'll report what I've seen. You basically just need to fill out the fields from top to bottom, starting out with which project this report is about. After that, you select the risk category for a report, add a comment where you describe what you've seen, and you can also add a photo for extra clarification and documentation. When I'm done adding a photo, I add a location for where my observation has taken place in the project, and then I also add a timestamp for when this was observed. In this case, the observation is taking place right here and now, but I also have the option to backdate if I would, for an example, report an accident that took place earlier this day or this week to give a more accurate timeline of the accident. At the bottom of the screen, I also have the possibility to send my report anonymously. When I'm done with this, I simply press Next in the top right corner, which brings me to the screen where I can see the recipients of my report. By default, the project admins of a project will receive all reports, but I have the possibility to add additional recipients if I want to notify anyone else of what I've observed or what has happened. After selecting the recipients, I press Submit in the top right corner and I'm done. The very last thing I'll show you is our support, in case you would ever need help. I'm using an iPhone, so the menu button is in the top right corner for me. If you're using an Android, the menu button is in the top left corner instead. For Android users, the support button is located in the list as Support, and for iPhone users, the support button is located on the bottom of the screen as a question mark. Just tap the respective button and then send us a message and let us know what you need help with. That concludes this video. Thank you very much for listening.